Oscars. That's the musical legend himself, Mr. Alan Menken. But it's time now for my next guest. Now, she's a woman whose energy puts me to shame. She never stops, really. When she's not appearing on stage or screen, she's writing award-winning bestsellers. She's now playing the Mother Superior in the huge new West End musical Sister Act. Please raise the roof for Miss Sheila Hancock. Let me hear you. Sheila, welcome. It's always lovely to see you.
My grandchildren will be envious sitting next to you.
My street cred goes shooting up.
I know, it's wonderful.
I take the dog for a walk and they go, "You've met the Jonas Brothers." And they look at me in awe. I go, "Yeah, I'm cool. Get out of the way." Sheila, how are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm a bit tired.
I'm not surprised, Sheila.
Yeah, no, kicking my heels up at my age it's unseemly.
Get
really.
out of it.
No, but the show, we've opened for previews and it's just fantastic. I mean, it's kind of, it's like a pop concert. It's kind of disco music.
Right.
And the audience go wild.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were in Annie?
Yeah.
He and I played the same part in Annie.
In Annie, yeah. You did, seriously.
It's true. And you know that kind of warmth you got from the audience on that? Because it's a show about nice people. I mean, everything's so sleazy at the moment, isn't it? So I think people feel really pleased to see a group of people on stage who are good.
Yeah, and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and the music. I mean, you'll see Alan later, but the music is stunning. Even I, staid old creature that I am, I'm in the wings going...
Because it's disco, isn't it, the music?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's disco, there's rap, there's ballads. I mean, it's so varied, and every number brings the house down. I mean, every single number. I've never known anything like it.
I have to come. We had the girls on the show, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and I sort of... this gang of nuns came in, and I instantly reverted to childhood when we had nuns at school, and I went, yes, sister. No, sister.
Well, it's true that I'm the Mother Superior, and I find everybody's treating me with the most enormous respect in the wings.
How are you enjoying the costume?
Well, I'm not. I'm really not. It's agony.
Oh, Sheila, you look beautiful, look!
Headdresses hold you back. You know, the weight... I could never be a nun because of the hat. But it's... I
could never be a nun, Sheila, either, for various reasons.
No, that's true. Well, there are other reasons why I couldn't be a nun.
Are you very frosty? Is she severe?
Yes, I am, until, you know, things happen at the end. I mustn't give the plot away. But, I mean, it's very hard for me because I so enjoy what the girls are doing. As you say, they were on the show, and they're so magnificent, particularly Patina.
Yeah. She's glorious, isn't she?
Patina playing the lead. It's interesting because she's only 24 and I'm 76, so we're both the youngest and the oldest member of the cast playing together. And it's so exciting because I'm kind of getting to the end of my career, inevitably.
Oh, Sheila!
No, it's true.
You're going to get a slapped wrist for that kind of talk. You are not coming anywhere near the end of your career.
There aren't many more years where I can nip onto the stage.
Sheila, you'll be doing it at 90, I guarantee you.
But, you know, she's at the beginning, so it's just... I just find that so exciting. I look at this girl and she's going to be big. Yeah. She really is going to be big. In fact, everybody in the show. I mean, it's one of the most talented casts I've ever been in. But
when I was watching them when they were on the show, it was joyous to watch them.
It
really was. It was joyous to watch them.
You know, people wait at the stage door, and when we come out, you know, their faces are genuinely kind of white. You know that marvellous feeling when you've had a good time and you've forgotten all the horrible things? Yeah. It's lovely.
And you're right, that's what we need in times like this. We need something joyous and uplifting.
And it's saying something good. It's saying that if people are grouped together and they help one another, then you can get through almost anything. Sisterhood. It's a very feminist piece, actually. And you know, interestingly, we've got a woman designer, a woman director, a woman lighting person. We're mainly a female cast. Up the road, you've got Calendar Girls, which is all women. And you've got Madame Dessard, which is all women. There's never been so many women in the West End. It's fantastic.
Because you were saying when I read in it...
Fantastic.
I read in one of the papers that you said there's not enough work for women of a certain age in the theatre and television. No. It's true, though, isn't it?
It is, it is. I mean, particularly on camera. You know, I've just done a lovely poetry programme, which is going out shortly. And it was, you know, the camera crew was saying it's so unusual to have a woman leading a programme like that, because normally, you know, Michael Palin can get away with it. He's getting old and grey-headed, he can do it. But think of how many women you've got of a certain age. You just don't have them.
No.
Not in those sort of shows.
No,
you know?
true, no.
It's a shame, because we've got something to offer, we really have.
Do you still get the stage? Because I remember reading Ramblings of an Actress, and you were describing what you went through, everything from rescue remedy to hypnosis, everything.
No, I am terrified.
And it made me I got stage fright reading about it. Seriously, I thought, oh, no. No,
well, I think a lot of actors do have it. Yeah, I have paralysing stage fright. But the answer is hypnotism. I go to a hypnotherapist.
Really?
And I couldn't get through it with it. Yeah, for me it works. I couldn't get on the stage if it wasn't. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, what does it matter? It's just a show. There's terrible things happening out there. Who cares?
Yeah, but Sheila, you've got to go out there in front of all these people in that spotlight, so you feel naked.
I think the thing is that for actors, we have no tools, if you'll pardon the word. You know, we're standing in the wings, and all we've got is a lot of words that we hope are in our head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's quite chancy to go out in front of over 1,000 people and hope that the words are going to come out in the right order and you're going to say them as well as you possibly can. So if you dare to think of that, it's really scary.
Sheila, I've got to tell you something. Like, you're one of these performers, when you go out on stage, you like to stage up and you've got a real presence that you're drawn to. I remember I was working for Camden Council when you were doing Annie, and it took a gang of kids to see Annie because it just opened. It was a new musical. We knew nothing about it. And as soon as that first scene, Jack, and she grabs Annie, that was it. The show was yours. I mean, really. And the kids kept looking at me. So, the people comparing me to Hannigan.
Really?
But you are, and it amazed me. That's when I read the book. It amazed me that you experienced the stage fright because you're such a confident performer.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I mean, I think I put it down to the war. I was a wartime child, and I think if you lived through the war, you were scared a lot of the time. You know, I was evacuated, sent off on my own with a label, and so you were pretty scared. And I think if in your early years you spend some time being scared, you never get rid of that.
Yeah.
You never get rid of the threat.
Yeah.
Life is a bit of a threat, you know, and it's nonsense. I mean, rationally, it's absolute
nonsense.
Well,
if you believe the song, life is a cabaret, isn't it? If you believe it. I'm still waiting to have the doors to open. Now, back to poetry, the poetry show that you did.
Yeah.
Poetry helped you very much, didn't it, when John died, when your husband died?
Well, funnily enough, when John died, I've done poetry readings and things, but I've never taken it that seriously. And then when John died, a lot of people sent me poems. And one of the poems that they sent was that thing about death is nothing at all, he's in the next room. I hated that. I thought, no,
there's another one, Sheila, Footsteps.
Oh, yeah. You know, I know all those poems that say it's all lovely and death is wonderful, and I was thinking, no, it isn't. And then I got this amazing poem from somebody I've never met, an anonymous person, and it was a poem by Edna St Vincent Millay, and it was enraged about death. You know, you lied when you told me he would come back. And I just thought, oh, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. And then more and more, some people wrote the poems themselves, or they sent me poems that they thought would help me. And I gradually thought, my God, this is wonderful, because poetry gets right to the heart of things, like lyrics of songs, actually, you know, where it's economical and the words are very carefully chosen. Yeah. And I got really switched onto it. So when they asked me to do this programme, I was so thrilled because I've worked with some kids. We do a bit in White City with children who started off saying, I hate Shakespeare, it's horrible. You know, they end up doing a Shakespeare sonnet better than I've ever seen anybody do it.
That'll break your heart as well,
It's amazing. Yeah. And I've got my grandchildren doing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Because we forget that babies and children love poetry. They love that rhythm.
They love the rhyme, don't they?
Absolutely.
Who's your favourite poet? Do you like Houseman?
I do love Houseman.
I love him.
Yes, I love. I mean, I'm open because it's a new world for me. So I mean, I didn't like T.S. Eliot because I couldn't understand him, but I'm beginning to work hard at that. And it's sometimes quite satisfying to work hard at something that's difficult and then understand it and get a breakthrough. Yeah. So almost anything, really.
Well, look, we've got a clip here now of My Life in Verse, if you would, please, Bert.
I couldn't believe that somebody who'd been so totally present was so absolutely absent. And then one Christmas with the family, one of my grandchildren, Charlie, pulled a book out of the bookshelf, and I was really angry, and it fell on the floor, and I picked it up, and it was a book of W.B. Yeats' poems. And in the front cover there was the inscription saying,